Hello, been thinking of other ideas for the interactive series with all these leads that will be returning once again for the new season. So far we got the Scottish Premiership that just got underway for the first match day, and then in the future there'll be the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, and what I normally do, possibly might add a few other leads as well too. And normally I sort of go through my results there and see how many correct results that I managed to get there. So let's say for England, for example, with like Chelsea, if Chelsea wins, Arsenal wins, and Everton and Leicester draw, then I'll get like 3 points, 1 point per correct result. So then they have to like win, draw or lose and get one right, and then I go up against you guys and do the same thing, and then say who does the best each week there and compare results that way. But I was thinking of another fairer system to really get you guys to go for some of the underdogs, because generally all the favourites will win most of the matches. That's why they're the favourites. So then you're basically always going to go with teams that are huge favourites. So if it's like Celtic against Hamilton, that was today, Celtic was huge favourites at $1.20. It was $9 for the draw and 15 bucks for Hamilton or something crazy like that. And then there's no real reason to go for the underdogs, because they're going to win it very few times, and you just want to get your basically guaranteed point instead. But to make it fairer, like in the betting markets there, when you're able to make money in the long term, because you could go with the underdogs Hamilton and they're like that 15-1 odds, they only have to really win like 1 in 14 times for you to make a profit. So with that sort of trend basis thing going there, hopefully you're following along there, because I think there's a lot easier way of getting to my point. But my point is, my new system for weighting myself is going to be according to the odds of the games compared to your results. So let's use that Celtic Hamilton game for example. So Celtic $1.20 to win, and if they did happen to win, which they did happen to win today, 5-1, absolutely destroyed Hamilton, but to be expected, because it was 9-time champions at Celtic against strugglers Hamilton, and at Celtic's home. But anywho, so that would mean that you get 1.2 points. So 1.2 because it's $1.20, and say if it's like $1.60, you get 1.6 points. But if you went for Hamilton to get a victory and it was 15-1 and they did happen to win, then you would get 15 points. So that way it makes you really a lot more fairer to go with any particular results. So you could go with the favourite results with Celtic and you might get yourself a 1.2 points quite often, but during the course of the season there is going to be these huge upsets, and in the long term you might overtake someone quite significantly if you're able to correctly get that draw or correctly get that victory. That 15 points, huge spike up the table there. So should be quite interesting. That's what I'm going to use. And if you're going into the final few match days, we'll compare me against you guys for all these leads coming up each week. I'll say who's leading and all that through the match days. And then yeah, if you get towards the end of the season, you're not exactly down and outs if you haven't been able to do the predictions every week, because you could just go for the big upsets, and if they do happen to come in, you just shoot right up the table if no one else has done the same thing. So it should be quite interesting and exciting. I think that's a lot more fair way, because quite often you sort of look at teams that you think they're better than what the odds say. It's like 9-1 odds or something, and then you see the home team, the dominant team traditionally, but they're not exactly in the best form as such. They might have more important matches coming up, so for example it could be the Champions League or different cup games, so then you might fancy the other team to do well and get a result, and that would make it more fair and interesting to be able to be actually rewarded with going for them, and in the long term as well too. So hopefully you'll be able to follow along. If you still had some questions, queries, feel free to put in the comments there about the new formats. But hopefully you enjoy it, hopefully it's a lot fairer, and hopefully you come along and join me with these different league predictions. That's all for now, folks. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. If you had a different idea of different formats that I should do for the different leads and results, also comment below. Cheers.